Hello, everyone, and welcome to D20 Woodworking. And today we're starting our three-part series of how I store my LCGs. For this week, we're going to first talk about Marvel Champions. Then we're going to move on to Lord of the Rings. Then we'll do Arkham Horror last. Each one gets generally kind of stored the same, but there are differences. So I want to do a video of each one just in case you were all curious. So we're going to talk about all things storage with this, and we're also going to talk about some of the accessories I use too. We won't go into too much detail about them, but some of them. So I guess the first thing we'll start with is the physical box I store them in, and it looks like this when you first start. They are known as BCW like shoe boxes, I think, or white shoe boxes. They have a metal or a piece of cardboard divider in them. Right now, for Marvel Champions, everything is stored in 3 of those boxes. This is all the content that's currently out there, minus the one print and play expansion for Ronin as a modular set. That's the only thing I don't have because I'm still trying to get that professionally printed. But anyway, that is 3 boxes holds everything. Now, as far as the inside the boxes themselves, I use Tesseract Gaming's dividers, right? I really like them. I think they're pretty good. It lets me get the heroes out faster, lets me get the villains out faster, lets me get modular, whatever, right? I can get everything out a lot faster, and I definitely think they're worth it. I sleeve them. I believe this is Sleeve Kings. I don't remember what size exactly, but I'm pretty sure this is Sleeve Kings. And you don't have to sleeve them or anything. I just have a tendency to pull cards out too fast and clip the top of the card. So I'd rather clip like the sleeve itself to just protect the cards. So I don't have to rebuy them at any point in the future. But yeah, that's what I do. So as far as the cards themselves and sleeving, this is always a big thing, right? Because people have different ways of storing cards. Some do binders, some sleeve them, some don't, right? Everything's in the boxes and everything is sleeved in their final sleeves, right? So I don't switch in and out sleeves or anything like that. So if I was to grab a encounter card, right? Shadows of the Past, this is a normal, clear, matte sleeve from Dragon Shield. Everything in this game is sleeved with Dragon Shield. This is the only game where everything is sleeved for Dragon Shield. There's 2 reasons for that, really. One is I collected this game as it was released, so it's easier to keep up with buying sleeves versus Lord of the Rings and Arkham. I was a little further behind, so I had to buy mass amounts, and it was just going to be a lot of sleeves to buy. So that's the one big reason, and 2 is the nature of the game, right? The nature of the game is that you want to be able to pick heroes out, pick aspects out, pick a villain out, like swap a lot really easily. I don't want to spend a lot of time sleeving and unsleeving cards. It's just not something I want to do with this game in particular. The other ones I don't mind as much, but so the encounter cards have a clear matte back sleeve on them. The player cards have a black matte on the back for the player cards. Now, there's no particular reason why I chose black. I just thought it looked really nice. I thought it looked cool, so that's why I picked it. That's really the only reason. But yeah, so those are those. And then if there's any 2-sided cards, like the main scheme cards, or any cards that are 2-sided, they are done again with Dragon Shield, but they are done with clear, right? No matte, so it doesn't like distort any of the text or anything like that. But yeah, those are the only 3 sleeves that almost the only ones. The one other question I get is about AntMan and Wasp, right? So AntMan and Wasp, they're both sleeved for me, and they both still open up. And the way I do it is I use Dragon Shield side loaders. They were on sale one day, so I got them. I only needed 4 of them, so I have a large pack of them in case I ever need them again. But you slide on the Dragon Shields onto either side of the folded card. It slides on. So the only unprotected part, I guess, is like the spine on the outside and maybe a little bit on the inside. But I got them and I think they work pretty well. I'm pretty happy with them. I used to just put them in a sleeve and then unsleeve them, but I didn't like that. So that's why I switched to the side loaders. So that's as far as all the cards go. As far as my player mat, I use the normal game mat, and I keep it in its original container. I think it's just easier to store it that way. I don't have a good neoprene mat container system yet. I still need to get one. One of these days I'll do it. Then we get into board game accessories. So if you ever watched any of my streams, you know that I have player boards, I have threat boards, I have villain boards, and they're all from Team Covenant, and they're all just kind of in their plastic wrap still, and I just slide them in and out like each game. I have 2 red ones and 4 black ones. Originally, I just had 4 black ones because I figured if I ever did a villain, my main scheme and then 2 heroes. They were all covered. Then they came out with the red ones, and I really wanted those. I bought 2 of them just in case one broke. I wouldn't be too upset because it's kind of hard to get some of the Team Covenant like special print items. As far as tokens go, I have a mix of Team Covenant and a mix of buy the same token. So there's 3 different Plano boxes, right? One looks like this, it's a smaller box, and 2 of them are larger. Oops. 2 of them are larger and look like that. In the small one is basically stuff I'll need for almost every single game. So in it, I have my stun, confused, and tough tokens. And then I have threat tokens. I have health tokens. And I also have the new Spider-Man health tokens that came out because I thought they were really cool. And then like the acceleration tokens. One of the other things I get questioned about a lot are these gray little tokens that I have. Instead of exhausting a card, right, and tapping it or putting a token on, I put these little gray things on it. You can buy, I think it's like 20 of them, or a pack of 20, I think it is, from Fantasy Flight Games for like $3-4. Like it's pretty cheap. So that's what I use. I have a bunch of these, so I just put them on a card to show that it is exhausted. Then as far as the other boxes, they are the larger ones, and there's more dividers because one box is all for villain-based tokens, so the villain health, the different fancy ones you can get from buy the same token for like villain-specific ones. Same with Team Covenant. They had way back in the day, they had ones that you can get for Green Goblin. They had ones you can get for Wrecking Crew, and yeah, that's everything that's in that one. And then the other player one has all the hero-specific tokens, right? For all the players. Again, mostly buy the same token. Team Covenant came out with some Spider, Confused, Stun, whatever, and I just put them in here because it was just easier. But yeah, that is everything. That is everything in which I store it. I'll need to soon expand to a 4th box. The token boxes are actually getting kind of full right now, so if they start coming out with more tokens, I got to figure out what to do with that and continue to expand them. I guess the other thing I'll mention is just like rough prices for things, like really, really rough. Not even specific prices, but with the shoe boxes that I talked about in the beginning, the white shoe boxes, you used to be able to get them really cheap, and they used to sell them like in huge bundles. So I used to get like 6 for $20, and now it's like 2 for $40 or $50. Like it's really, really expensive. So it's harder and harder to get online. You used to be able to get through Amazon really cheap. I've had to contact BCW in the past to try to get them even cheaper. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It's kind of tricky. Eventually, I want to upgrade those boxes into larger boxes, but we'll see what we ever do. The player mat, I guess it's difficult now to get nowadays. I also have the Red Skull mat too. I just haven't used it. I like the original one. As far as Dragon Shield, I'm not gonna lie, they can be expensive boxes, but there is bulk discounted versions on eBay. If you buy 10 of like one kind, right? So if you get 10 clear matte or 10 colored matte or just 10 clear normal, you can get them at a decently discounted price, like per box. So it is worth looking into. And then Team Covenant, by the same token, all their stuff is on their websites. To definitely check out for pricing and whatnot. So anyway, that's how I store all this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know how you store your stuff. The next big upgrade I'm looking forward to, besides whatever new tokens come out, is I want to upgrade these shoe boxes. They're getting kind of beat up because I use them a lot, and I like some of the newer boxes, and I might create my own, design my own. I haven't really decided about that yet. But that's probably the next big upgrade I'll do at some point, just not yet. But yeah, let me know how you store the game. Let me know if you have any other questions of how I store it. And yeah, if you really like this video, make sure to scroll down a bit, hit like, hit subscribe. Really helps the channel out. We're really trying to push now for 1,000 subscribers. It would mean a lot to me. It would mean a lot to this channel. It would really help us out. So please, if you made it this far, consider subscribing. Really helps out. It's an easy click of the button. And then lastly, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you store things. And yeah, make sure to be on the lookout for next week video when I cover Lord of the Rings. Take care, everyone.